Hello YouTube and welcome to Market Watch. It's time to talk about the Digimon card game market and lots of good deals to be had, lots of things to grab sooner rather than later, and a few things to sell. You know, we are an Ultimate Cup format, but Rising Winds or Resurgence Booster is coming, and that matters. It does matter. So we gotta look towards the future today, and even past that. We got some really five-head plays coming up in this Market Watch. So if you guys like this content, please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notification bell into Smash Potatoes. That way you know when all these amazing Digimon videos go live. Omnimons. Nothing happening here. It's Ultimate Cup format, no one cares. We're going to move on. Jesmon GX. Look at this cheap, moderate played one, and then we got 44 for near mint for Jesmon GX. Ultimate Cup will be over before you know it, and then Royal Knights will still see play, which means people will try to play this deck. They will try to play it. Also, never forget that this is one of those cards that whenever, you know, Jesmon gets support, people will come back to this card and say, is this card good? What do you think? And then it'll obviously rise in price. So I think you should try to use this as like maybe a pitch to grab some cheaper Jesmon GXs. Maybe you can. Maybe you can wiggle some. There have been some really high sales, but that was before Ultimate Cups. Now, it'll probably go down in price for a little bit. And speaking of Ultimate Cup stuff, you have an opportunity to grab King Drazzle here for $18 alternate art. I think you grab that, because then it's back to over 20 bucks. I think that's a good deal for you to get your hands on. Camellia. Camellia here is $43. And not really selling right now because Ultimate Cup format. Like, why would you buy an Alt-Art tie right now? You should buy an Alt-Art tie right now because BT14 will be here sooner than you think. And you better believe this War Greymon deck in BT14 will see play. And plays ties. So you might want to make sure you grab your copies of this card before it comes $60+ again. Marcus. Marcus is a gamble, right? So you guys remember when this card was insane, right? Do we have insane? Yeah, insane. You guys remember when this card was insane. Not even 2 months ago. It's calmed down now. Ultimate Cup format, this card at 1 and going down. I'm not super surprised, to be honest. People are trying to undercut the market. Lots of new sellers here, so always be wary of that. But nonetheless, it is cheap right now. Would I grab alternate art Marcuses? Like, this is a gamble. This card is a gamble. People really seem to think a ban list is coming, and people really seem to think that BT12 Marcus is going to be on that ban list. If that happens, your Alt-Art Marcuses will tank in value if you invest. If not, you'll win. Now, I did get burned one time because I bought myself a playset of pre-release Sunrise Busters, and obviously that didn't go well. So, I'm going to be staying away from this. I'm going to be staying away from Marcus Alt-Art. To me, the gamble is not worth it when there's a lot of other ways to make money in the Digimon market. But if you're feeling it, you go for it. You be the man. You do the thing, alright? Rika is shooting up to 20 bucks. It kind of happened sort of out of nowhere. It had some cheaper listings and then boom. You know what I mean? Kind of hovering under 20. Now it's over 20 basically. You know, I probably wouldn't touch this card right now, but if Sakuyamon Sport does get announced, this card does go up. So something to keep in the back of your brain cells. Ordean One-Star Championship at $16 going down. You wait for this card to keep falling. No one actually wants it. Sparamon Alternate Art is $11. Remember this card was like 40 bucks? It seems like the Cross Heart is really wearing off. And there's like no real support for it in upcoming sets, you know what I mean? Like no real support as far as I know. So I'm not expecting this card to be expensive anymore. I'm not saying that Crossheart's done its time. In regional format, BT13 Crossheart could come back and stomp you. It really could. But is it $40 good again, this card? No, not really. No one's even interested in it right now because Ultimate Cup format. Like, who wants it? I don't want it. I would stay away from this card. I wouldn't even touch this card right now. Davis. Why am I talking about Davis? Well, there's only 9 listings, first of all. Second of all, after this mod play is gone, it goes to 15 bucks, and then it goes up from there. There is a Digimon movie coming and Digimon support coming with Davis and that whole generation of people. When that happens, it means support is definitely confirmed. Like, definitely confirmed. You know something's happening with Imperial Dramon. You know. So I think a card like this is a good investable asset. I think that you might be able to do a buyout on this card and, like, sell for a high price. But when the movie gets announced and, like, happens, and the cards come out, and the Imperial happens, and the Vmon happens, and whatever, this card could see some damage. This card is not a bad card, right? Like, you think of the Memory Tamer Davis, right? Which is also still kind of money. Kind of, sort of. And, like, you think, okay, this card's a +1, maybe in a Memory Tamer. It's cool. This card actually consistently does things for you every turn, besides being a Memory Setter. So you can definitely bet your butt that this card will have a thought process where people will think about playing this card when Imperial Support comes out. And it might even go past the drawing board into people's decks in Japan, and then you know that's when it's too late. I think for $15, it's not a bad investment. Now, I could say that and people could flood the market and, like, make it a $10 card again. Very possible. But I do think that come the future, this card is worth a thought process. And I'm going to leave it at that. Demi Vmon from the Ultimate Cup art, I'm also the same thing. Koromon ended up being over $100 and still is. This is a draw egg for jamming. Kind of similar. Kind of similar. I can tell you, I'm holding on to these cards. I'm thinking this will definitely go way higher than $10 one day. And I'm just here waiting. I'm waiting and I'm waiting. Because if the Koromon taught us anything, it's that these random draw egg Ultimate Cup babies, they will do things. So I believe in this card. I think it's a good investment, and I'm waiting for them to just go up. That's what I'm doing. Jerry alternate art. We cover this card once in a while to remind you that Leomon support is always going to be a thing, and this is not a bad Tamer to pick up. This Tamer is as high as like $20-$30, and might have a moment again in the future. You never know. Just wait for Leomon to come out. So maybe grab some alt art Jerrys while you can for cheap. High speed plug-in D. Event pack print. I think now is the time to start buying certain event pack cards for Event Pack 4, and I think this is one of them you buy. I think people really sleep on this card. Sure, you're not playing Ultimate Cup format probably, but this card is really good. You know, I'm always messing with this card in my decks. Ever since I had success with Ancient Greymon, I finagle a little bit, you know? I like throw it in a couple copies in a deck, and I see if it comes up, and maybe it does, and maybe it doesn't, you know what I mean? So, I think the high-speed plug-in D for $5 is probably a good buy. Maybe something happens. Maybe some crazy person one day tops with blue plugins, and then the card goes up in price. I don't know. I think for $5 though, it's not a bad grab. I really don't think so. Garurumon. I'm covering this promo card because it is getting reprinted in Resurgence Booster, and is going down in price. Maybe some if you got them, so you can recoup some money, and then buy them back later, probably. Canoesemon. All these regional pack Canoeses may go up in price with Galmon support on the horizon. Hype does work in mysterious ways, and this card could definitely be a part of that hype. It feels like a Ditto. It feels like it can copy everything. You know what I mean? So just keep that in the back of your brain. You know, there's also Champion Stamp ones if you really want to go Gucci on the Canoesemon, but maybe something happens. You never know. Sorai. This card's crazy. And this top 4-star championship promo card is $5 plus shipping right now. And bouncing up. It is not like other store championship cards that are just declining right now. I think you grab them for $5 if you can and call them a day. This card is really good. This card came back in EX3 and didn't see a whole lot of play until BT13. So this card is definitely format dependent, but you never know when the format is. And trust me, if BT12 Marcus does not get hit, people will be throwing this back into their blue decks at full stop. Blue Flare, Sorais. Mirage Galgamon, Sorais. All Force Vidramon, Sorais. Imperial Dramon, Sorai. I don't know why I'm talking about Imperial a lot today. But anyway, I think this card's a good pick. I think it is. Jellymon. is going down in price. People are buying it for high. People restocked. Buy it now. Do not wait. You will get crushed. That's all I'm going to say. Galactamon. We don't talk about Galactamon too often. Galactamon is a very interesting card. It's going down in price. I think you try to grab this card for 5s and call it a day, and then you wait for that level 5 promo that we're going to get one day, and see if that's enough to make the card explode. You could also follow the same line with the Altar Galactamons and probably see similar results. A little more high risk, high reward. I'm just a little bit scared because by the time I get that promo, it's probably not going to help Galactamon at all. But you never know whenever we could get more Galactamon support, honestly. Just saying. Chimeramon. Very cheap right now. $5. Grab them. Chimeramon, you never know when this card's going to become good. Basically unrestricted DNA for 4 level 4s. You could definitely see Chimeramon actually doing some things and some stuff in the market, in the format. And in the future, depending on what we get, I think you should grab some. Maybe even an alt art or two. You never know. Finally, the last card I want to talk today is Digimon EX03, and it's chilling at the $4 mark. Chilling quite nicely. People are obviously getting really, really excited for the D-Brigade support coming soon in BT14. And, you know, D-Brigade players get excited. I don't know what it is about the D-Brigade or D-Police, but people just get really, really excited with that archetype. I don't know why. But anyway, this is a D-Brigade card. There's an alternate art for this card as well. And I think there's an alternate. Pretty sure there's an alternate art for this card. I'm wrong. But, yeah. Digimon support, you know, will it see play? Not a whole lot, in my opinion. But will people get excited about it? Probably. So maybe grab some for $3 or so bucks if you can. See if you can make a profit in the near future. That's it for today's Market Watch. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you later. Bye.